I'm Camden Walker for the Capital Weather Gang. We've got a great couple more days ahead of some rain chances that we need on Thursday and perhaps again on Saturday. Plus, we have the potential for aurora viewing tonight. Probably 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. might be the best time, though some couple low clouds might develop by 3 a.m. or so. But to look north, get into a dark area, make sure your eyes are used to the dark surroundings for several minutes before spotting them or even trying to take a picture of them. But on that note, I do think the aurora from DC will more likely than not be invisible to the naked eye, but on long exposure cameras, and you should be in better shape. Dave, good evening, and Misha and Nellers and Unsimply and Kenny and Woodward and I am and Ansel and Vinch and Suey. Thanks so much for tuning in. All right, clouds, besides maybe one or two around 3 a.m. tonight, preventing maybe the potential aurora viewing with your cameras, especially. It's overall a very bright week, and maybe humidity goes up, rain chances go up, and cloud cover goes up a little bit on Thursday, maybe later Thursday, and then again on Saturday. Those are the two main chances for precipitation this upcoming week. Happy Labor Day, Pewee fan. David, good evening to you and Ever and MD and Diane. Good to see you. Thanks so much for tuning in to our holiday Sunset Live Q&A chat. I'm Camden Walker. Anytime you need us, we're at cwg.live or our four social media channels. Follow us at Capital Weather. And Rick, we might be done with 90s. It's still earlier than our average last day for our final 90-degree day of the year, so stay tuned. But let's skip ahead. Let's check out temperatures for next work week, 8 to 14 days out. This is signaling somewhat good chance for below average temperatures. That telegraphs to me a low chance for 90s, and then precipitation kind of no signal either way, neither above average nor below average. So we do need the precipitation though. Drought, while off the table in the longer term manner, it's been a very record dry August, only zero point 0.2 inches received in the DC at DCA airport. But the last 30 days, indeed, remarkable lack of rain, and that has given our some short-term market strain to the soils that are very dry for our crops and our gardens. Elsewhere in the tropics, medium chance, a moderate chance, maybe 50% or so, that in the next 7 days, this disturbance, which is a tropical wave that has moved off of the west coast of Africa, as it heads toward the Caribbean, we could see a moderate chance for it to be the named storm over the next 7 days. If it does develop into a named storm, it would be Gabrielle. All right, closer back to the DC area. We maybe hold off humidity for a couple more days, a couple more nice days, but the dew points get well into the 60s perhaps Thursday, Friday, maybe Saturday. The main rain chances again are for Thursday and Saturday, maybe adding up, hopefully, to a half inch of rain, plus or minus, for at least half of the region. We'll keep you posted. And elsewhere in the atmosphere, pollen and smoke, which I like to cover for you. Looks like we're very good shape with the smoke. Lack of smoke this week, even at higher altitudes, means bluer sky, crisper azure blue skies, and none of that haze. Let alone any issues with our air quality from wildfire smoke. So that's great. And then further at the bottom there, the latest allergy report. This came out today, actually, even on Labor Day. Weed pollen remains high. Ragweed continues to bother us, fellow allergy sufferers. I hope you are managing. And by the way, over the weekend did cover the tropics and the pollen situation for allergy sufferers as well. So, of course, remember, anytime you need us, we're at cwg.live. And as a reminder, if you didn't see it in writing, this is our last regular weekly Sunday, this is a holiday edition chat, but our last Sunday Sunset Live series on a weekly basis, but we're going to take a pause during quieter weather, but it offers an opportunity during more active weather, even if it's not on the weekend. We'll do more Q&As during active weather, so that is something to look forward to. All right, the aurora tonight is possible, mainly viewable with your long exposure camera. Lori, we did declare summer over at the Capital Weather Gang, and Brian, yes, no tropical activity to bring us rain in the region does mean exacerbated dry conditions. Over the last 30 days, we have seen, gosh, I mean, only zero point 0.2 inches for the August. That was a record dry August, and I'm trying to find my 30-day precipitation. Look at that. I mean, it's tiny, tiny fraction of what we should see over the last 30 days. So very dry, and soils are strained. They're straining, the lack of moisture in the soil is straining our crops and our gardens. Uh, Busty Basics, Emily, Captain, Riley, thanks for tuning in, Jim, and Joe, and Russ, and Kel, and Sander, and Francois, and Seafang, and Nick, and Slang, and Peterson, Absalom, Firk, and Summary Judgments. We got winter forecasts usually between as early as Halloween, but sometimes nearer Thanksgiving to give a little bit more of a skilled forecast. Even if you see the December, January, and February temperatures projected, very low skill this far out, if any. All right, Fairfax, loving the cool temps. Diane, good to hear from you on Instagram. Thanks so much. And Lauren and Kenny, happy Labor Day. I hope we can get some water for you, Kenny, there in West Virginia. And weather, dude, this weather is a dream. I love that. Let's do some fireworks, I think, for weather, dude, being correct. We've got a couple more nice days ahead. Needed rain chances moving in on Thursday, maybe again on Saturday, but humidity comes along with it too. With the rain chance on Thursday, we could start feeling that humidity again in the 60s for the dew points, which we're not used to. It has been a pretty sweet ride, despite, yes, a record dry August for only zero point 0.2 inches of rain. So we need any rain we can get. Clouds, maybe a couple pop up around 3 a.m. tonight, so I'm kind of recommending 11 p.m., midnight, 1 a.m., maybe 2 a.m. if you want to peek at the aurora tonight. Slight chance on the northern horizon with a long exposure camera, you can capture it. We'll see. Medium confidence at best that this geomagnetic storm does verify. The data is there, but we'll see if it comes together. And precipitation for this week, generally a stray shower only possible the next couple of days. And then the main rain chances on Thursday, and then maybe again on Saturday. So we'll keep you posted. But those are the two rain chances for this week. Hopefully adding up to about a half inch plus or minus for much of the region. And elsewhere in the atmosphere, as we have covered once already, but smoke and pollen generally are okay this week. Smoke especially is all clear, not affecting our air quality, and no haze. It's going to be lovely blue skies with the generally bright skies this week, lack of clouds more often than not during the daytime hours, and pollen at the far bottom there, generally relegated to that ragweed. The weed pollen does remain bothersome, very high. Excuse me, just high, but very bothersome for fellow allergy sufferers. All right, David, yep, I'm glad you like the fireworks. And Jim, low humidity, you love this fall setup. Evan, appreciate you tuning in from Instagram. And Deborah on Facebook, good evening to you. You're most welcome. We've got Jim, driest on record, and for the driest August on record in DC. Yes, indeed, and very impressive in a bad way. Or Bez, thanks for tuning in on YouTube. And Scott, yes, we're going to take a pause during quieter weather and retool the weekly Q&As toward weather-centric broadcasts. If there's active weather, you'll see me then, which I'm excited about. And Teal, let's see, thanks for tuning in on YouTube. And Julia, hope you have a great week as well. Good to see you. And Amy, let's see. Amy, no more weekly schedules for now during the quiet fall weather, but you will see me during active weather, any big weather. We'll focus on keeping you ahead of the weather, even if it's not the weekend, if it's not a Sunday. I am pleased to say we'll help you navigate threatening weather by doing live Q&As then. So of course, we'll keep a lookout for hurricanes, strong nor'easters, and winter storms heading our way. Those are definitely reasons for us to have live streams in the future for active, even further this fall if we have active weather. So thanks for letting me take a break during the quieter fall weather. And Teal, good to see you on YouTube. And Rick, smoke is all good from the Canadian wildfires. I love that I covered that for you. And Brian, uh, good to see you. Brian G, always good to see you on Facebook. All right. And we've got Caitlin and Shell and Wendy. And Huey fan, kind of you to tune in and give me the compliments. That's very kind of you. And the finer points and MM Howard and Laura and Annie and Skywalker Beth, good to see you on Instagram as well. All right. I think, yes, Sandler Northern Lights are ever so slightly possible from the DC area tonight, but you want to have a long exposure camera. That's more likely than not visible to the naked eye, but look northward, go to a dark area, allow several minutes for your eyes to get used to things and your equipment to set up and get used to the darkness. But yes, it is possible. This is a potentially moderate geomagnetic storm tonight, a very active, decently active one. So we'll see if it comes together. I'll try and take a look later tonight, but I'm kind of recommending 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. since while the energy for around 3 a.m. might be higher coming toward our atmosphere from the sun, it looks like we could have a couple low clouds forming by 3 a.m. or so. Yes, summary judgment. It was a record dry August, only zero point 0.2 inches of rain in the DC area, and that was a record, and it's not good, right? So far, the drought in the long term has not shown up, but the last 30 days, indeed, with the driest on record August, this is troubling in the shorter term. Things are strained, right? Our gardens, our farms have very dry soils. So we need to keep watering. We need to keep an eye on things because if this keeps up, we could indeed get back in toward a drought situation for the fall, which we do not want. But by the way, happy meteorological fall, which started today. Can't believe it is here, September 1st. All right, the National Hurricane Center, for those interested in the tropics, they're watching this one disturbance, one tropical wave that has moved off the west coast of Africa. Moderate chance, about 50% chance over the next 7 days that it could develop into a tropical depression. And if it reaches tropical storm strength, it would be Gabrielle. The G storm is the next name on the list. And next, let's look ahead closer in our region kind of next work week, 8 to 14 days out. Looks like we're leaning pretty well to the below average temperature category. So expect maybe avoiding 90s yet another week, maybe for the year. We are contemplating that. Even as we did declare summer over, we could still see one 90-degree day or more, one or more 90-degree or hotter day pop up. It's still early innings yet. And precipitation is neither leaning above or below average for next work week, 8 to 14 days out. So we'll keep an eye on that since we're only maybe getting over the next 7 days a half inch of rain or so in the region, mainly from Thursday and then hopefully again Saturday. We see two rain chances this week, other than maybe some stray showers around. But overall, nothing to worry about for 2 more days, a couple more days. Nice looking ahead of us. All right. Yep, Paul. So we are taking a pause during quieter weather for these live Q&As, but once there's any significant weather during the fall, we'll do live Q&As again. And this focus on significant weather will help us keep you safe and help you navigate threatening weather. And a big weather event live stream is, weather centric and offers flexibility to chat outside the weekends with you too, which is kind of a cool concept for me as well. Kansui, Don't, and Praz, and JG, and Vahalo, and Els, and W. Byrne, and V Hugs, and Happy. Good to see you all on Instagram. Appreciate it. This is the Holiday Sunset Live Q&A chat. We're at cwg.live anytime need us. I'm Camden Walker for our final regular weekly live chat, but weather-centric, active weather comes later this fall. We will unpause these live Q&As, and I look forward to talking to you during those active weather times to keep you ahead of the active weather when maybe it's not on the weekends necessarily as well. So make sure you follow us on all four of our social media channels. We're at Capital Weather. And looking forward to our two rain chances this week. We've got a half inch of rain hopefully coming in on Thursday as our first chance, and maybe Saturday as our secondary chance. Oh, Charlene, you're so kind. Thank you for tuning in on Facebook. I'll miss you as well. And Lori, let's see. Appreciate that. And then Paul, good to see you. And Windsor Lark, geomagnetic storm tonight. Let's cover the aurora potential. It does look like at least a moderate chance for looking northward and long exposure cameras being able to capture some of the aurora from the DC area. So please get to a very dark area. 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. is kind of my best guess right now since clouds might develop by 3 a.m. or so, a few low clouds, so keep that in mind. And don't get your hopes up too much. The energy is, I think, there, but it's kind of an hour by hour read by one or two of our satellites, space weather satellites, between Earth and the sun. So we don't have the highest resolution data, but there is a chance that this recent outpouring of the sun's solar energy magnetism heading our way does set off some aurora tonight. So keep that in mind. And clouds should behave themselves for most part tonight and for many daytime hours this week. But Thursday and Saturday, with rain chances and a little bit of humidity coming back in, we could see some clouds in the picture again for those 2 days. But first and foremost, enjoy the next couple days. they still look spectacular. Precipitation animation kind of focused on maybe a straight shower Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, maybe in the into the weekend. But the two main rain chances I want you to focus on are Thursday and Saturday, where we have kind of one front coming through and then a secondary cold front, maybe finally bringing us lower humidity and cooler temperatures again by Sunday. So we'll keep that in mind for those two rain chances Thursday and Saturday. So make sure you stay tuned to CWG.live as we go through this week. A couple more nice days before those much needed rain showers by Thursday. April, thanks so much. Really good seeing you on Facebook. You're most kind. And Paul, I look forward to seeing you during upcoming active weather for live Q&As on other nights, not just Sunday or holiday Mondays. Good to see you, Jim. And Ruth Lisa, you'll see me during active weather. And Dave, kind words. I'll miss seeing you for the regular, but we'll see you during active weather. No big deal. And let's see, Winterluck, we answered your question about the aurora. And Laurie, good to see you. And Charlene, let's gorgeous. Please enjoy Idaho, South Dakota, Wyoming. That's fantastic. And Indiana, it sounds like excellent. And Ruth Elisa, good to see you. And Lewis, dry spell with fall foliage. I think it might be too severe of a drought too quickly. Not even a drought specifically just yet, but let's consider this because that's one of the variables going into fall foliage, right? You want it to be like a little bit dry going into the fall foliage season, which of course we still have like another month or so. So this might actually be a little too soon for some of this dry weather, but it probably won't hurt it too much. As you know, fingers crossed. That's what I'm thinking now. But again, as late as gosh, no, early November, downtown DC is when maybe there's peak fall foliage. So we still have time to watch and monitor how things progress. I don't think even in the highest elevations of West Virginia, we will see fall foliage develop until maybe mid-September. So worth keeping that as my. Oh, Tim's very kind to see you. I'm glad you found these informative. Appreciate seeing you on Instagram. That's very kind. And good to see you, Spear and Noopy and Nicole and Rachel and Jim. Thank you very much. I shall. And David, appreciate that. And Lori, we are not in drought officially yet, but abnormally dry with a record dry August. So we've got quite a strain on kind of our shorter term hydrological and gardening and farm issues, right? We've got the last 30 days are a fraction of what we should normally see, and this is straining our crops and gardens with a severe, fairly sudden lack of moisture in the soil as well. All right. Winterlark, you're most welcome. And Amy, appreciate that. Good to see you. And Dave, good to see you as well. And I'm Camden Walker for the Capital Weather Gang. On the air another couple minutes. We're talking about a nice couple days ahead, the needed rain chances. While we're not in droughts, we need a little bit more regular rain after a record dry August with only a record zero point 0.2 inches of rain. All that was received at DCA Airport. MZM and Amy and Johnny and Kim, good to see you on Instagram and Facebook, YouTube, and X. I'm on all four of those social media channels tonight. And during any upcoming active weather, should there be any, you will see me again for live Q&A chats. But yes, we're taking a pause during the quieter fall weather, but we'll do live Q&As during any significant weather during the fall. And we'll keep you safe and help you navigate any threatening weather, of course. And I like the flexibility to chat outside with you outside of our regular Sunday nights and holiday Mondays that we've done for years. But yeah, no longer schedule dependent. It's more weather centric and it aligns with our strategy to keep you ahead of high impact weather. And of course, we will keep a lookout for hurricanes, strong nor'easters, and winter storms heading our way. That's reasons for us to have these live streams again with you in the future. So just let me go on a nice little quiet weather pause and you'll see me again during active weather. Agnes, you're most kind, and Scott, good to see you on YouTube and thanks for the kind words. And really pleased the low temperatures, winter lark, are nice. You can sleep with those windows open. Please enjoy it because humidity does return with our rain chances on Thursday. We could get these dew points back into the 60s, which we are not used to anymore after all this dry and pleasant air. Ruth Lisa, you are great as well. And Paul, good to see you. You're most kind. And thanks to you, David and Brent and Em and Pasag and Anton and Gary. I will see you all in the future during active weather. Thanks for tuning in for this holiday Sunset Live Q&A chat, our last regular weekly chat for now while we pause during quieter weather, and I will see you before long. Please enjoy the next couple days. Keep doing those rain dances. We want these rain chances on Thursday and Saturday to add up to a little bit, hopefully at least a half inch of rain as is projected over the next 7 days. That would be great. And in INSJD, really glad you've enjoyed this weather on Instagram as well. All right, I will see you soon before long. Ta-ta just for now. And I hope you enjoy some of this quieter fall weather. And I'll see you during our next significant weather event. I'll chat with you then. All right.